Hi everybody, today it is Candlemas Day, the Feast of the Presentation of the Lord, February 2nd. And so today I'm going to, as I have been periodically in our little video messages, I'm going to comment on one of the things that, the feedback from our synodal consultations here in the parish. And somebody had said, singing all the verses of the hymns is not popular. It takes away from the worship experience. Well, I don't know who that is not popular with, whether it is or it's not. It's a strange comment to say that singing songs takes away from the worship experience. Well, honestly, that is worship, is singing songs. So I don't know what it takes away from in the worship experience. In fact, singing is what people of faith do. It is integral and essential to worship among those who believe in Jesus, and as it is among our Jewish forebears. Throughout the scriptures, we are commanded to sing to the Lord. Here's some examples in the 145th Psalm. It says that praise Yahweh. It is good to sing psalms to our God. How pleasant to praise him. That's Psalm 147, actually. And throughout the Psalms, in multiple places, we are told to sing to the Lord. Also, too, here's another sample from the Old Testament, from the first book of Chronicles. And notice, this is a command. Give thanks to the Lord, call his name aloud, proclaim his deeds to the peoples, chant to him, play to him, sing about all his wonders. Notice it doesn't say, if you'd like to, sing about all his wonders, or if you have a good voice, sing about all his wonders. It tells us to sing. And just dropping down in that same chapter in first book of Chronicles, it says again, sing to the Lord all the earth, day after day proclaim his salvation. Again, that's an imperative. Sing to the Lord. In the New Testament, it's all over the New Testament too. St. Paul writes in his letter to the Ephesian Christians, he tells them, sing psalms and hymns and inspired songs among yourselves. And also too, this is what we're going to be doing in heaven. As the book of Revelation talks to us about the saved in heaven, in Revelation chapter 14, it says, there before the throne they were singing a new hymn. So singing is what we do as people of faith, and it's what our Jewish forebears did, and it's so much a part of who we are as Christians. Also too, it's very important to make sure that we sing the hymns at Mass, because that's a major part of our worship experience, because the words to the songs carry a lot of theology and instruction for us. So if we're at Mass like this, and we refuse to sing, we're really missing about half of what's going on and what the Lord wants to say to us. He speaks to us through the songs. We're instructed, and there's a lot of theology about who we are as Christians in the songs that we sing. So again, the Lord doesn't command us sing to him if you have a good voice. That is a purely worldly human standard. It has nothing to do with worship. It has nothing to do with what pleases God. What pleases God is that we sing, not that we have a good voice or a bad voice. It pleases him that we sing to him. It's one of the ways that we show that he is Lord. So singing is essential and integral to the worship experience. It's an odd thing to say that singing the verses to the hymns takes away from the worship experience. I don't know what that's about. So just encourage us all, if you are not singing, begin to sing. And if you need to go into that slowly, if you're not singing, at least open the hymnal and follow along with the words. And then, ask the Lord to give you the courage and the grace to obey his command, to sing to him. That's how we show that he is God, and that's how we worship him. So what's happening today on Candlemas Day, a very special day at noon, we will have the blessing of candles, and we'll have a candlelight procession into our noon Mass for the Feast of the Presentation of the Lord. So we'll gather in the social hall for that. I said at Mass we'll gather in the Commons, but we're going to gather in the social hall instead at noon. Tomorrow is the Feast of St. Blaise, and so we will have at the noon Mass the traditional blessing of throats on the Feast of St. Blaise. So have a great week, and I'll see you in church.